Oh, none of that if your team is top of the league, like this video today, because I am crestfallen, absolutely crestfallen. I'm absolutely gutted. Let's not get it twisted. This is the day the league was lost for sure. We came up against a team in baby blue, and that was it. We lost our heads, man. Makes you think what the hell could be in store against Man City. And it's such a difficult game to speak about because on one hand, like, look at the response. But on the other hand, like, why were we in that position in the first place? I'm really, really, absolutely just all my energy gone. My Eid is ruined. Even Mubarak to everyone celebrating, but it's ruined. I don't know what to say, man. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. I just honestly lost for words. I cannot believe bottom of the league at home. And this is after the two last games where we've gone 2 goals up, looked incredible up to that point, and then performance goes out the window and we go and draw the game 2-2. If someone could say to you, well, what do you want after that? You'd say, I want a home game and I want it against a team that's kept the least clean sheets in the league, bottom of the league. And that's what we had. It was on a plate for us. Even Mikel Arteta was saying, I'm confident we'll get back to winning ways. And then we did this, man. Oh, God, I'm replaying some of those moments from the game. And it's not like we didn't have chances. Gabriel Jesus, he had chances. And we messed this up for ourselves. We really, really messed this up for ourselves. Thomas Partey for their 3rd goal. That was the real killer blow. Because honestly, at half-time, I believed we could do it. And Thomas Partey with that silliness, too close to goal, gave away the corner in the end. You know, did what he did where Declan Rice took the ball off of him. It's moments like that. It's moments like that where you can see our players aren't thinking straight. Thomas Partey has been brilliant this season. Aaron Ramsdale, who's been brilliant this season. More errors from him. Gabriel for the Theo Walcott goal. Neither here nor there. Didn't, look to do anything to actually affect the play. He just sort of played into the hands of the man on the ball, giving him acres to pass inside and wasn't ready for it. I just don't know what the hell to say about today. Even the fans, at some points, the fans inside the stadium were unbelievably good. And at other points, they did not help the cause at all. First half, 1 goal down, we were 1 or 2 goals down. Rob Holding was getting so much stick just because he was like on the ball and looking for a pass. Like, come on, you can't be doing that. We know from the last 2 games, this team is struggling to deal with the pressure. And you cannot be knocking them off the stride of their natural game. So at some points, the fans were awful, I thought, in terms of doing what the team needed. And at other times, we were incredible, absolutely incredible. Willing the ball into the net, doing everything we could to get the team going and to, influence the ref and that sort of stuff. For flipping Bazunu, how much time did he waste? I cannot believe how much time was wasted without a yellow. Just look at it this way, right? Imagine, we all know it's a break of the rules. I'm not saying it's a big deal because everyone does it, but it's a break of the rules when a goalkeeper takes that long to take a goal kick. Now, you imagine if a player did that out on the pitch, if an outfield player broke the rules that much with little niggly fouls or something, like not big deals, but little niggly fouls, they would have got sent off. They would have got sent off for accumulating all that fouls. Why is it that it's such a different ball game for goalkeepers? Honestly, this flipping ref could have booked him in the first half. And don't get it wrong at all. I was going to say defeat. It's not a defeat. It feels like a defeat. This draw, the fact that we dropped points today, was not because of the ref, was not because of Bazunu. It was because of us and our inability to deal with the pressure. But I cannot lie. There's nothing more frustrating than that. Just waiting 30 seconds at a time for goal kicks. So annoying. They honestly need to do something about the rules. As soon as they bring in the stop clock, where the seconds only tick when the ball's in play, the better. Because it's a joke. It really is a joke. players going down for cramp all the time. Is it a coincidence that a team who's bottom of the table playing top of the table are winning away from home, and that's when all the cramp sets in? I mean, if they're at home playing whoever's 19th in the league and they're, you know, a goal down, they're not getting cramp. It's just like, come on, it's so obvious for all of us to see. The people that make the rules do something about it. It's boring. It's absolutely boring. And on top of that, the goddamn linesman. It's just like, of all of the flipping moments in the season, can't it happen when we're winning? But no, flipping people coming out, helping the linesman with his goddamn sleeve or whatever. It's so annoying, man. But nothing more annoying, and this is the real issue from today, than Arsenal's inability to deal with the pressure. And let's be really honest about it. You know, there's a lot of conversation right now. Oh, Arsenal are bottling it, or they're overconfident, blah, blah, blah. There is an element of us bottling it. I'm going to accept that. There's an element of it. But more than anything, this team has never, ever, and this manager has never, ever had that experience of successfully seeing out the business end of a season and achieving the objective. Last season, against trying to get top four, you know, we messed it all up, played it completely wrong. Tottenham went in and, you know, the rest is history. And now, again, this time, 3 draws now. 3 draws. It's just shocking. It really is shocking. But in all honesty, like, I'm not surprised. I never have actually looked at this season and thought, I think we'll win the league. The most confident I've ever been is maybe 45% us, 55% Man City. That is the most confident I've ever been. So I'm not surprised. I've been saying all along, if you've been watching me all season, I've been saying all along, the first 8 games aren't like the last 8 games. I've been saying it's going to be a roller coaster. You know, read between the lines, man. I've been saying it all along. No one that has spoken to me at the stadium after games, etc., would have heard me say, yeah, I think Arsenal are going to win the league. Of course, you start to believe a little bit that, oh, we might be able to do it. But, you know, I'm not... the only thing I'm surprised about is that the spectacular fashion in which we've sort of not capitulated, but just wobbled. It's been spectacular, honestly. Like, it's been tough to watch. I thought it'd be a bit more subtle than what it is, but we can't deal with the pressure. And you know what? It's a very, very young team. It's inexperienced at dealing with this sort of stuff. It's almost like I'm not surprised, but it doesn't mean it's acceptable. And they have to do better. I have to say, you know, the last 3 games, there's a lot of people that you look at and you think, yeah, I can see that you're not dealing with the pressure very well. For me now, look, let's be real about this. The league has gone. Man City, 2 games in hand, and they can go top by a point. I'm absolutely gutted. And let this be a lesson to everyone that was in the blessing in disguise camp. Getting knocked out of competitions is not a blessing in disguise. We didn't play midweek, unlike we would have if we were still in there in the Europa League. And look, we lost. We drew. Even, you know, before, when it was the first leg of Europa League games, what happened in the Premier League game after that? We drew. It's not a blessing, man. It's just winning is the best habit. And I'm really, really gutted that now it looks like this team, who have done so well this season, are going to end up empty-handed. That is a really, really bitter pill for me to swallow, because this team deserved something. And I'm gutted for them. I'm gutted for Mikel. I am really disappointed. I really am. I'm upset. But they showed some character. You know, if we're going to criticise them when they throw away 2-goal leads, surely we should give them a little bit of praise when they recover 2-goal leads. I mean, I'm not going to say let's flipping give them a standing ovation or anything, because we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place at home to bottom of the league. But they did show a bit of character, so well done to them. Ultimately, all it is that when you're in the ascendancy, when you're top of the league and you're winning games, that's when it becomes hard to play your natural game. That's when you take a little bit too long on the ball, you overthink things, you drop a little bit too deep. It's actually moments like that when the expectation isn't on you and you're actually sort of chasing the game, where you don't have to stop and think. That's when the pressure doesn't actually weigh heavy on you. You just do what you need to do naturally. And I think we showed, like what I've been saying for the last couple of games, when Arsenal feel the pressure, we find it hard to deal with it. When you're 3-1 down and you've got nothing to lose anymore, there is no pressure. And that's when we saw the best of Arsenal. Anyway, Man City. The only way we can salvage this title campaign now is if we go to the Etihad and beat Man City. If we do that, all is forgiven. Let's see what happens. Take care.